guys, it's Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and I'm going to come back on and share another 2-page 12 by 12 Cricut scrapbook layout. And most of my designs have come from Marjorie Ann Designs, and I will try to link that in the description box below. And I will have several different things linked in the description box below. So if you can find probably all your questions answered there. And I'm sorry for a flash of light that might be coming through ever so often. My house became very warm because my husband turned the air conditioner up to let's burn status instead of let's freeze status. So I got my ceiling fan going, and it's making the lights in my blinds with the sun shining through. So what I have is a dark purple piece of 12 by 12 cardstock that I've inked around the edges, and then I have this really deep yellow maize color that is 11.5 by 11.5 piece of cardstock that I've also inked around the edges in. And a lot of times when I decide to ink around the edges of my images is when it's a white core cardstock that I'm using, or if I think it looks better inked, then I will ink around it. And that light shining through might just drive me nuts right now because I'm seeing it, so you guys have to be seeing it. So I'm just going to get up and turn my fan off, and I'm so sorry because that's going to drive me insane. So that means this video has to go by really fast before I die of heat exhaustion. So bear with me. The first pieces that I'm going to lay down are my border pieces. And these border pieces are identical. One I cut in green, one I cut in blue. And the blue one is cut at 11.5 by 2.08. The green one is cut at 11.5 by 2.07, and this comes from the Cricut cartridge, My Quiet Book. It actually came with a tree attached to it. I just took the tree off. I didn't want the tree. So the blue obviously is representing my sky, and I'm lining it up with the top of my yellow layer there, and then I'm going to do the green the exact same way. Just lining it up with the bottom of my yellow. So I got sky and I got grass. Excuse me. I'm getting over this nasty crud that everybody has had. My next item that I'll lay down is a tree, and it's a different tree than the one that came with it. I didn't want the tree that came with it. And my tree is cut at 5.15 by 9.49, and it comes from the Cricut cartridge Plant Illustrations. And I do Cricut Access, and if you're a scrapbooker like me, Cricut Access is worth the membership, so I would highly recommend getting it. It makes life just so much easier. And I'm going to place it right in here, like so. Nice fall tree. And then I've got a 4x6 photo mat. Actually, it'll hold a 4x6 picture. Excuse me. So the green layer is cut at 6.5 by 4.5, and the purple layer is 6.25 by 4.25. And I've inked around all the edges of it as well. and I'm going to place it right about here. And this is very heavy cardstock for both of these pieces. I'm so sorry. I've been waiting to film this video to try to get over this crud, and it hasn't helped. I'm still going to cough like crazy. So I'm going to take a drink in just a second. This is my title. It is called I'm Nuts About You. And this is cut at 7.76 by 4.95. This comes from Miss Kate's Cuttables Love Letters, which is also in Cricut Design Space. And it's all layered up. All of my images on this layout are all paper piece. No print and cuts. Trying to make sure I didn't get anything right there because it's going to come over my photo mat, and I did not. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I just poured a glass of wine, so that's what I'm taking a sip of. So it was actually my reward for to have this glass of wine after I finished this layout. So I'm going to call it cough syrup. Hopefully it helps. So I'm so sorry about that. My next image is a basket full of acorns. This comes from Marjorie Ann Designs. And I have cut it at 4.36 by 4.44. I did put all of the images together when I brought it over into Design Space. If you're familiar with her designs, or most any cut files, they come not pieced together. You have to piece them together. And I got the middle acorn popped up on a little bit of foam tape. And I'm going to put it right down here. And I did some little doodling on the acorns with my white gel pen. So that's where I'm going to put those. Then I have this super cute little squirrel, again from Marjorie Ann Designs. And I've cut this little squirrel at 5.27 by 5.84. I'm also going to lay him down flat. I've inked around all of his edges. I've inked around the edges of everything on this layout. Everything has been inked around. Each individual little tiny die cut has been inked around as well. And I'm going to put him right here, just so his tail doesn't hang off. It lines up perfectly with the purple layer there of the background layer. Now I've got tons of little leaves that I've cut out in green, orange, and yellow, and they're just all different sizes. And I just realized I didn't ink around any of those, and I'm not going to stress about that because they're small, and I don't think that it's going to make much of a difference in the long run. So, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, I'm going to go through my little dish here, and I'm going to find some of the smallest little green leaves that I've cut, because I want to put these on my acorns. And I'm going to use my Ranger Multi-Medium Matte. using my crystal katana. And I'm just going to place these down where I think they might look cute. So already gave definition to my little basket of acorns with everything being so brown and all. And now I'm going to lay down some more of these little leaves that I have here. I've got different colors of yellow and orange that I've used. Liking those. I think I might put a little couple of these up in my little tree here that are coming down, and then a couple over here as well, maybe. Yes. Like so. I don't like that yellow one there. I'm going to put an orange one. So I'm going to do that like so, and I've got tons of them, as you can see. Again, like so. And then I'm going to do these up here as well. I'm just going to put down a splash of the glue, which also means I'll have to go back and do one for the green. And that finishes the left hand side. So let's move on to the right hand side. Okay, moving on to the right hand side, I have the same borders cut from the same cartridges at the same dimensions. So I'll lay my blue one at the top of my yellow layer. And my green one at the bottom. Like so. I have another tree cut exactly the same as well. And my ATG gun's about ready to run out of tape, and I don't want to have to stop the video again to fill it. So I'm going to use some wet glue. And I'm going to put it right there. And then my next image is another photo mat that will hold a 4x6 photo. I'm going to put it right up here. The next image is the nut house or the wedding chapel, whatever you want to call it. In my scrapbook layout, it's going to be a wedding chapel. So, and this comes from Marjorie Ann's Designs, and my little nut house is cut at 7.46 by 9.14, and it's going to go right down here. Okay, don't want any adhesive on that flower right there. And so I can put some every place else. Can you guess which layout this is, our scrapbook album this is going in? I bet you can. And I have inked around and doodled around with my white gel pen all over my little nut house wedding chapel. Then I have a little acorn, and I cut my little acorn with my little house, and I've doodled around it with my white gel pen, and I've got it popped up on foam tape. And believe it or not, it's the only image that I have popped up on foam tape. That's unheard of in my layouts, as you guys know. And I'm going to pop a little leaf on this one, and this one I'm not going to do green. I'm going to do it with this little yellow one. And I'm going to pop some more leaves over here. I'm going to pop some up here too. Little fall leaves falling. Put that away. I got all my little glue dots laid down, so now I can pop in some leaves. Pop one here, one there. Don't want that green one. Do this green one there. Do some of these brighter yellows. Let's see. Do my last green one there. I think that's looking super cute. Really cute. And I've got tons more leaves left here that I can use. See, still got lots. No more green ones. I used all of those. And then my final image that I'm going to lay down is another little squirrel holding a sunflower. And I don't know if you can see all the dimension and texture in him, but I cut him out of mulberry paper, and it was so cute. He turned out so cute, but it was kind of difficult to work with, and it'll be far and few between when I do the little critters in the mulberry paper, because I really want to save them for the bears that I cut out, because I think the little bears will look so cute in the mulberry paper because it looks like fur. And it gave him tons and tons and tons of dimension, and he is amazing, and I love him. I so love him. So yeah, I am going to pop him down here, and if you want the mulberry paper and you've never used it before, I recommend that you do it. You'll find a link in the description box below to my Amazon storefront where I put the mulberry paper that I used in there. So if you go to that link, there's no upcharge to you if you buy from there. It's just to help. I make a small commission on that, and it helps me to make these videos. It just helps to support me if you buy from my storefront. And I'm going to pop him right there. I did pop his little feet and his little legs and his little paws up on foam tape. See how super cute he is? Look how furry he looks. Isn't he amazing? I love him. I very much love him. So now I do have a little black heart left, and I'm going to pop it right in the center of this little awning above my little door here. Oh, and my glue ran out. Okay, get another bottle. Oh, way too much glue. Okay, I'm going to dab some of that off because that's way too much. Even though it doesn't come through and it dries matte, I don't want that much on there. And I'm going to put that little black heart there. Even it up. That looks cute. Super cute. So let's bring in the other page. Get those things out of my way. There. So I really hope that you guys like this layout, and I am so happy with the way that it turned out. I think it turned out super cute, and I really love the mulberry paper, and I will use it again for my other critters. I'd already made this one out of regular cardstock before my mulberry paper came in. So now that I've got it, I will use that more on my critters, especially my bears. Thanks for watching, and check out the description box below. Cheers!